Welcome back. Well, this is our fifth season. Being that this is our fifth year on television, we're going to be taking some time to be cats and take a look at some of our funniest and memorable moments, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, let me stop being the cat. This is Terratale's killing me and being getting me here. But get back on track. So this week's flashback, our first flashback of season 5, is going to take us to some snippets of our very first couple episodes of the Spotlight with a youth channel promo of the show with one of my former original co-hosts that started with me 5 years ago, whom I still call as my good friend, Ebony Harper. Take a look. This is for you. The Spotlight, presented by the Youth Channel, and we would like to thank all of you for tuning in. The Spotlight is a talk show covering topics that affect the daily lives of individuals across society. I'm David Martinez, and this is my lovely co-host, Ebony Harper. This week on the Spotlight.
Hello, welcome back to the Spotlight here on the YouTube channel. And we want to continue our conversation on human rights. Now, economic inequality has become one of the greatest social diseases of our time, threatening the human rights of all people.
Indeed. Oh, hi, welcome back. I've recovered from that last segment over Pence, Trump, and Sessions. Well, I don't even care about them, but I've recovered here. And did you go through a wardrobe change during the break?
Yeah. I had to, get all glamour up. I look cute,
You're looking good, girl. I can't believe you had to do a wardrobe change while I was in Africa.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hi, everyone. I'm David Martinez.
And I'm Ebony Harper. Join me and David as we shed light and discuss issues that affects the daily lives of individuals across society on our new show, The Spotlight.
Oh, yes. So remember to tune in every week here on the Youth Channel for our discussion. Plus, wait for this.
What?
Lots of fun, partying, and humor here on The Spotlight.
Yes, and also be sure to follow and subscribe on the Youth Channel on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and make sure you watch us every week.
And we will see you on
The Spotlight.
We're gonna miss Ebony Harper.
Yes, right. Hopefully we see her soon.
We'll see what happens. Ebony, if you're watching, we miss you on the show here, because it's interesting. I just spoke with her, like, even before we started our 5th season premiere, I got on we spoke about, and I've been trying my hardest to get her back on the show. And she's been more focusing, after those first 2 episodes that we did, she went on focused with her music and so forth. So, Ebony.
It's so good. When you start, it's beautiful because when you start off with your friends and your people that you work with from the beginning, and then they move on to other different projects.
Right.
It's a good thing that you get to have a certain place in their lives. I always say this a lot when I work with anybody, whether we last for a year, 2 years, in whatever show, and they move on to different projects.
Right.
It's never for me any no animosity. It's just tip my hat to you, and I'm very happy for you doing different things and more better stuff.
Exactly.
Because when I look at, you never know who makes it in the industry, and you sit there and you're like, wow, they were part of my show, and they're doing different things, and it's always about keep on pushing, keep on moving forward, because
better opportunities, more opportunities.
Right, because you're opening doors for everybody, and that's wonderful, David, that you got to literally have somebody from the beginning, and you branded yourself to get new, different co-hosts, and it's wonderful because you never know. It's all about reinvention.
Well, look, the inspiration came from Whoopi Goldberg and Barbara Walters from The View.
Yeah.
Well, Barbara Walters was mainly the case because she was the reason that started The View now 25 years ago.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, because there are a lot of shows that are making historic breakdowns with their historic seasons. The Price is Right is 50 years
old this year.
Wow.
The View is 25. We are 5 years old. We're still babies here. But yeah, but with those type of shows here, yeah, it can continue to grow or change over time, but we're still a success, you know.
Yeah,
that's true. We're still growing.
And
Yeah.
you got to keep on going.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
beauty of
good.
what about a show. It's like you never end up where you started. You're just
Exactly.
going further and further
Further and further.
growing from there. So like watching the clip is just wonderful to see how you started with just you and a co-host,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you just started branching your way
Right.
with all these new people. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Expanding
wonderful.
the show, and even
Yeah.
the set. Like, have you noticed the set change as well?
Well,
like,
you
it
know,
looks amazing.
later this season, we're going to be revisiting our old set of where we taped our show.
Right.
And just do like a month of shows over there just to revisit it, since this is our 5th season, and it's been a long time, you know? So we're kind of looking forward to doing that later throughout the season here.
But yeah, I'm proud of you, Dave. Like, you know, you started back in 2017, and now you look at here, it's a new year, new season, and you're still going, and
Yeah.
everything is more better.
Yeah, as you see with this format, this didn't come along by the time we got to our 4th episode. Because I remember when I did the 3rd episode and I talked about health and wellness, I was solo. Ebony wanted to work behind the camera, which I had no problem with because she wanted to get a little more hands-on here, which is good. But at the same time, with me, I didn't like hosting solo because it was like I was talking a lot, reading off of a teleprompter, like losing my memory here. But I know there was a time I did go solo in our 4th season when we had the entire cast from Fragile Wildflower Productions on our show. And we had a lot of fun. I still give shout outs to Courtney, but she still owes me money for my medical bills for jumping on my
Oh my
bike.
God. Send her that bill. Send her that
wow.
bill.
Thank you, Jesse. I'll be waiting for the bill in the mail.
And you know,
okay?
like, it's so crazy because even when I came as a guest 3 years ago, I literally enjoyed being on this show because it's very nostalgic. It's very reminiscent of what we millennials grew up on, what we see, like
Exactly.
The View,
Right.
and you know, obviously the View, the talk became something like a
Yeah.
spin-off, like The View, and then so on and so
Right,
forth.
right.
So
Other
I
shows.
enjoy like doing this whole panel because you get to see and hear ideas of people like ourselves who also struggle with things that you have and the topics that you have in right here. So when I first came on the show, I've been on a lot of different shows, but this one was something that I was like, okay, I can really rock with this. You know, these are my people.
Yeah.
You know, we also go through the same thing.
Right.
It's very
Relatable.
organized with just having like the segments. So it's wonderful, Dave, that, you know, you give people more chances to come on this show.
Right, that's
and
nice.
thank you again to like really having me to
That's
guest
so
co-host. So
nice.
it's wonderful.
And we're still doing that here. Even throughout our 5th season here, we're trying to get more youth to come on the show, express their voices, express themselves with
Right.
talent, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. That's what
How
we
was
are.
your first experience when you first got onto this show?
Well, when I first got on the show, I had auditioned upstairs, and then he was just like, all right, next thing you know, 10 minutes later, he's like, all right, we're about to start recording, about to start filming on set. And I'm like, oh, like, really? Like, I don't know what to say, how to act. So he was just like, just be yourself. So then anyway, he put me right on the spot. So then from there, like, I was like, I love it. And as you see, like, I came back, and I just, like, it really is a great experience. You meet a lot of people.
Yes, you do.
And then you also make connections in the industry. And it's just, like, it's really fun. Like, I enjoy speaking my opinion, being seen, lights, camera, action, and meeting you guys. Like, it's fun. Like, I like it.
And that's the thing many people don't seem to understand, because that's where they limit themselves with these type of opportunities here.
Yes.
I don't understand why they do that, but because and a tip for you, don't limit yourselves, okay?
Never.
If there's an opportunity coming
Go
to
for
you,
it.
just go for it. Whether if it's paid or non-paid, just go
Right.
for it.
It
here,
looks
all
great
right?
on your resume.
You
You
gotta
gotta build
first.
your
I always
resume.
say this: when you're starting off, you gotta obviously do a couple of things for free, so that way
Yeah,
you
of
can get your
course.
foot in the door. But
Exactly.
there is a point as artists we get to where you're like, okay, I want to now get paid for my services because
Yeah.
you know we all gotta eat, we all gotta pay
Yeah,
bills.
right.
But at the same time, you know, you have to push yourself. you want this life, you have to do a couple of things for free, and then little by little you start to ask for, okay, I need this, or a Metro card here or there, whatever the case may be, or food on set, whatever. But build yourself, build your brand, increase your resume, so that way you can want to get paid when that time comes.
Exactly.
You know, you can't go from point A to point B.
Right, you got to work your way up. Right, you got to work your way up. Start
That's
from the
it.
bottom to get to the top.
Yeah, with the auditions, you know, I tried so many different ways of doing it because it wasn't easy.
I know, I bet it wasn't.
Yeah, because it's like I tried to find a way that works well, but other times, you know, it varies, you know. So, we gotta go. We'll be back here.
We'll be back. We gotta go. What's going on? We gotta go.